Hi everyone, today we are going to learn how to read the dose distribution or treatment plan together. Let's start with an example. Here we've got a breast cancer, the breast treatment. You want to treat the breast but to spare the organ at risk, the heart, the lungs. So you want a good coverage of your breast and you want to spare the organ at risk. First, the good coverage. What is the good coverage? For example, in this case, you want to treat the breast with 26 grays in 5 fractions. But what is a good coverage? A good coverage is when 95% of the total prescribed dose covers most of the PTV. In this example, the prescribed dose is 26 gray, so 95% of those 26 grays are 24.7 gray. So 24.7 grays should cover all the PTV. This is the best case scenario. In practice, what do we want? We want that 95% of the dose, so 24.7 gray, should cover at least 95% of the PTV. Here, the blue area represents the 95% isodose and the PTV is in red. As you can see, the isodose is covering maybe around 80% of the PTV, and that's not enough. That's not what we want. We want it to cover at least 95% of the PTV. Remember, in this case, this is just one CT slice, but of course, we always need to think in 3D. In this case, you have a very good coverage. The whole PTV is included into the 95% isodose, but the volume of the 95% isodose is much larger. It's much bigger than the PTV, and that's not what we want. For example, you can see here the unnecessary dose going into the heart and into the lungs. In this case, this is what we call a bad conformity. It happens when the therapeutic dose extends far beyond the PTV. This example clearly shows poor conformity. In this case, you have a very good coverage. The 95% isodose in blue is nicely covering the PTV in red, and you have a pretty good conformity. Here in red, you've got the hotspots. Hotspots are the dose spots that exceeds the 105% of the prescribed dose. There are no universal cutoff for the hotspot. Sometimes it's more than 107%, for example. And of course, you don't want them to be outside of the PTV. You don't want them to be inside an organ at risk, and no more than 107% in or outside the PTV if possible. You want to keep hotspots into the CTV, in the area you want to treat. Cold spots are areas where the PTV is underdosed. Always try to avoid underdosage of your PTV and your CTV. Now that you have the basics of coverage, let's move on to the second step, sparing the organ at risks. There are two types of organ at risks. The first one is parallel organs, like the lungs, where function can be preserved if part of the organ is spared, and serial organs, like the spinal cord, where damage in just one section can lead to severe complications. Let's take a closer look inside the lungs. They are made up of many small functional units. Let's take the example of a treatment close to the lung, maybe inside the lung. You've got in blue the 30 gray isodose and in green the 35 gray isodose. And you can see that the 30 gray line is hitting one cluster of alveoli, but the others are spared and they can still do the job. So this is just a classical example of a parallel organ. So the 5 alveoli can still do the job even without the one that is inside the treatment field, so inside the 30 gray isodose. But once too many clusters of alveoli are damaged, for example, in this case, the 30 gray isodose is hurting too many clusters of alveoli, the whole lung can no longer do its job. This is a classical dose constraint that you might have already seen in your tables. What does this mean? This means that V 30 gray, so the volume receiving 30 gray, is equal to 20% of the lung or less than 20% of the lung. So if the isodose 30 gray covers 20% of the lung or more, you might have a problem, a clinical problem. In practice, for parallel organ, you also use the mean dose. So in this example, you might have used the mean lung dose to evaluate the dose to the organ at risk and, of course, the risk of toxicity. Here on the left, what you can see is the lung with isodose lines. The first one is the blue one. The blue one represents the 30 gray isodose. The green one or the yellow one represents the 50 gray isodose, and then you have in red the 60 gray isodose. What you need to understand is if a part of the tissue is receiving, for example, 35 or 40 gray, it's receiving 30 gray. It's receiving more than 30 gray, so it's inside the 30 gray isodose. So in this case, as I said before, you see the V30 gray should be equal or less than 20%, and in this case, you have the V30 gray, which is higher, which is here 30% of the volume of the heart. So this is not good for your patient. In this case, you should change and optimize a little bit your plan. Here, let's take a quick look inside serial organs. Here we have a serial organ, the spinal cord. Each fiber or axon has a specific role, and they are all connected in series. If just one of them is cut or damaged, the whole function is lost. Here we've got an example of a treatment near the spinal cord. You have the isodose 60 gray in red, the isodose 50 gray in yellow, and the isodose 30 gray in blue. The blue one doesn't cause much harm, but the yellow one, 50 gray, is too much for the spinal cord anywhere in the spinal cord. So here you have a risk of myelopathy. So when you see D max is equal to 50 gray, this means that you can't go higher than 50 gray, and if you have 50 gray anywhere or more than 50 gray, of course, in the spinal cord, you might have a problem, a toxicity, in this case a myelopathy. Here is a dose volume histogram of a treatment near the spinal cord, and you can see that the spinal cord is receiving just a little bit too much dose, more than 5,000 centigrade, so more than 50 gray, and the plan is in this case not okay. In practice, some clinicians and in some tables you might see that for serial organs we also use the D1cc or D2cc or maybe D0.5 cc. Why? Sometimes you have more than the Dmax in your organ at risk, but it only concerns 1 pixel, and this is not always clinically relevant. Take-home messages: so always check your contours. Of course, if you have missed one organ at risk, you cannot say anything about the plan. Check the coverage, like the 95% isodose prescribed dose should cover at least 95% of your PTV. Hotspots: no hotspot outside the PTV, no hotspot in an organ at risk. Always respect the dose constraints for each organ at risk, and check your prescription. When everything is checked, you have a good plan. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye.